steps on the face of race politics, where you can't be everything to everyone. So let me be anything to anyone.
Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the famed Boardwalk Hall. And well, they're scheduled to go to full 12 here tonight. Round one now underway. Takes a step back, then the counterpunch by David Haye.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make a miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Teddy, the expectation in a matchup like this, a power puncher versus power puncher, is that the fight's not going to last long. But what if it does? Then what?
The guy with less power is going to win because he's a guy that has a reserve in a place that he's ready to go to in case the power's not there.
He digs in, trying to bank away body shots with the combo. Good job just staying sound defensively, blocking that punch. A razor-sharp hook to the head by David Haye. Missed that uppercut. Well-timed counter shot, the overhand right after the block punch. And he just holds on there.
Looking good.
There's the headshot, but he parries it away. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Crashes home with the uppercut. Not what he was looking for. That's a miss right there by Joe Frazier. And a smart counterpunch by David Haye. David Haye's doing a beautiful job here early on of counterpunching.
Yeah, it's going to pay off for him later on. You know, we talk about body work paying off for you down the road, like investing good money in the bank. Well, counterpunching pays off too because your opponent becomes a little tentative, and then down the stretch, he's not busy enough.
That was a miss by David Haye. That Frazier style, bobbing and weaving and the left hook coming in, what do you need to be concerned with beyond just the obvious?
Well, the body punch, not just the one up top. It's so easy to be intoxicated, drunken by the one coming out of that weave upstairs. But he drops one off downstairs.
Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Joe Frazier. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Last 10 seconds. Here we go. Round two is underway. Smoking Joe Frazier lands a big uppercut. Good uppercut by Joe Frazier. On the mark, the counter punch by David Haye. Frazier's missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by David Haye. And now he's targeting upstairs. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. One to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Really wanted that uppercut, but just couldn't get it. See, that's David Haye's money punch right there. That right hand he just landed. showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunching. David Haye being very patient here, but it's with a plan in mind.
Yeah, it is with a plan in mind, and that's why he's such a successful fighter. He's trying to lure his opponent into a mistake.
Frazier's effort has been admirable, but I don't think he's getting the results he would like to get here. He's tiring himself.
Yeah, what I think is starting to happen here, Joe, we saw him throwing a lot of punches, but not real effective punches. I'm wondering now, he's ahead right now in this part of the fight, but I'm wondering if he's getting discouraged because it didn't have the effect on his opponent he wanted it to.
He scores with the jab there. Little head knocking with that right hand. Unable to score with the uppercut that time. David Haye gets rid of that oncoming bomb and sets off one right back at his opponent.
Inside, inside.
Final 10 seconds. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Joe Frazier.
Look, you're standing straight up. Move that.
And round number 3 is underway. Frazier's left, working well that time. Fires off that hook. One of the fastest punches in the game. You see how he just turns over that hook? Frazier's the victim of a powerful hook. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Come on, kid, focus. Unload, more punches.
Many great athletes are associated with a specific city. You think Babe Ruth, you think the Bronx. You think Joe Frazier, you think a Philly fighter.
You think about wars, you think about pain. You think about a fighter that brings it every second. You think about Joe Frazier.
Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Good combination punch by David Haye right there, and that has his corner cheering him on.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Hook, hook.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Joe Frazier.
Gotta see those coming.
Move your head.
See the defensive guard of Joe Frazier there. Not able to land the headshot.
Watch the hook.
Solid. He just went down. The in-fighter went out, and now he went down.
Hey, it's okay to go out, but go out the side door. He went out the front door, and as you said, maybe he's paying the ultimate price.
So Frazier gets up, but Teddy, you can tell that he has been damaged.
Yeah, the key here is not to incur more damage. Get in close, tie up your opponent.
A little defense turns into offense. He blocks the shot, comes right back with one of his own. And that's the end of round 3. Round number 4 is underway. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Been an even fight, but Teddy, that's what we expected. It was hard to really say one guy had a distinct advantage going into this fight.
No, exactly. One thing I'm a little surprised about, though, Joe, is on the inside. You know, both guys have been cooperating, kind of making solid agreements not to work. Whoever decides not to make those agreements, I think he's going to start pulling away a little bit.
Joe Frazier's out there for another round after being knocked down in the last round. We know what happens in the 60 seconds with a fighter who was damaged. But what about those 60 seconds in the opposing corner, Teddy?
You know, Joe, that's a great question. And I remember my mentor, Customato, when we were training fighters, he used to always say, look, you know you're a banger, and this guy happens to be a banger. Well, if you hit a guy clean, you know you hurt him. But he's not going to show you. He's going to act like a pro. He's going to con you. He's going to act like that didn't hurt him. But you have to remember, hey, it hurt him. So go after him like he showed it, even if he's not showing it.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Teddy, he may go down just by stumbling the way he's bumbling around this ring.
Well, he's got to stop moving. Actually, you never want to fight on the ropes. This is one time he probably needs to be on the ropes just to steady him and then move his head a little bit. That might be his only shot.
90 seconds to go in round number 4. Joe Frazier's ruined with that punch right there.
Double up on your punches.
Good way to protect the midsection. This is the best of Joe Frazier we can see right now. A Joe Frazier who makes a mistake, who nearly goes down, but survives.
Protect yourself.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. David Haye putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination.
Close the gap. Back to the body.
Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. David Haye is the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. 10 seconds to go in the 4th. David Haye coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Each man able to land an uppercut. This round comes to an end, and you can just see that he doesn't have much to him, not much energy there. I mean, how does a trainer fix that?
Well, first of all, you said a key word there. You said you can just see. Well, his opponent can see it, so he's not going to slow down. His opponent now is going to come out even faster. So if you're the trainer, the first thing you say is, hey, take a deep breath, get yourself together. Don't let this guy know you're tired. You're not tired.
You're not.
Fine defense by David Haye here. Blocking punches, covering up well, moving on the go. And out of nowhere, things can turn like that, Teddy. Everything was looking good. Now it's looking bad for him.
Well, that's exactly why, because nothing was coming at him. His opponent wasn't throwing back. He got a little lax, and he paid a price.
1, 2, 1, 2.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Joe Frazier. Frazier's probably going about this the wrong way. He is not having success as an infighter.
And if he does, then he's losing the fight because he's not going to win it on the outside.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Keep working the jab. Good, good.
Took a shot, now he gives a left.
Relax, relax.
Halfway through this round.
Keep working the body.
Good old-fashioned 1-2 by David Haye. Nice work. Back upstairs he goes. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. David Haye.
Frazier's opponent is having a field day, Teddy. That left hand lands again.
Well, he keeps moving the wrong direction. He needs to move away from that punch.
Keep your back off the ropes. Hey, let's go. Go hit him. Back to the body.
And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
Good 1-2 by Joe Frazier. David Haye's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Joe Frazier. Teddy, this has got to drive his trainer crazy because he's leaving himself wide open with these sweeping shots.
Well, you talk about that old saying, leaving the barn door open, and the horses are going to go out. Well, guess what? The punches, sooner or later, they're going to come in.
Well, supposed to be fighting, but instead he's hugging.
Looking good.
Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort.
Keep working the jab. Good, good. Focus.
Missed the target with that hook. You see him holding on.
Keep it tight inside.
Was well off the mark. David Haye quickly dismisses that incoming punch and turns it into a score of his own.
Keep working the body.
He missed with that headshot. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Joe Frazier. Super two-punch combo by David Haye.
Side to side, move your head.
So we've come to the halfway point of what has been a very highly competitive bout. And Teddy, if it stays that way throughout this night, then this is going to be an all-time classic. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
He just missed that shot up top. He clinches when he gets to the inside.
You're still not moving enough. Move. Back to the body.
Not able to connect with the uppercut.
Come on. Hands up. Hands up.
Off to the side, a little little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Don't stay in one spot. All right, let's do it.
Now hugging on the
Keep
inside.
moving.
Halfway through the 7th round. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. David Haye's doing everything he wants right now. What does his opponent need to do to counter this?
Well, what he's got to do is start throwing punches. You know, the awkwardness, the unorthodox approach right now is throwing him off, and he's trying to think too much. Just throw down the middle. You know that old saying when a guy says, I'm seeing 3 guys now? You know, I got hurt, I'm seeing 3 guys. And what should I do, coach? Hit the guy in the middle. Just throw your punches down the middle.
Watch that.
Oh, a nice 2-punch combo by Joe Frazier.
He's tired. He's tired.
Frazier's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance.
You're not focusing.
Coming towards the end of the 7th round, 10 seconds to go.
Move your head.
What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by David Haye. 8th round has started. If things don't change course right now, his opponent is going to start pulling away.
Yeah, because that's what happens. You know, boxing's about human nature. You leave somebody alone, guess what? They're not going to leave you alone. They're going to get a little braver.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot.
Oh, you're doing great.
Very accurate work with the hook there after fine defense. Joe Frazier's finding out right now that this counter-punching style is not getting the results he needs in these middle rounds. What is the answer?
Well, when a guy's not coming in and walking in, you can't counterpunch. I mean, he's not giving you the kind of turf that you need. Now you have to find a way to create your offense, to lead a little bit. That starts with the jab, getting off first.
He had his eyes set on the uppercut, but was unable to land it. That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by David Haye.
Side to side.
David Haye showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. Frazier's got a little something coming back at him. A counterpunch scored. Unable to score with the hook. David Haye's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. On the mark with the hook after blocking that shot.
There you go.
He's committed to the combination punching now. It's working out well up top. David Haye's able to avoid that punch.
Keep moving around the ring.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head.
Stay on the inside.
And a nice combo by David Haye. end of round 8. Frazier's not putting forth the defense you need to have at this level of the game.
No, but you gotta come here with it, Joe. You know, it's easy for you and me to sit back and say, hey, you gotta block punches, you gotta move your head, you gotta evade punches, use your legs. But if you haven't been taught that, and believe it or not, this is boxing 101, this is basic rudiments, basic fundamentals. Some guys have not been taught the defensive skills.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Frazier's got those earmuffs on, and he's got his hands tight against his body. But Teddy, still, some things are getting through.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like driving a car, Joe, you know, and the weather's a little bad, and you say, I want to be safe here, I'm going to stop the car. You don't stop and park the car in the middle of the highway where cars are coming. I mean, he stopped right there in the middle of the highway. Cars are coming. You know, pull off somewhere. You know, get the heck out of there. Find the right parking spot.
Able to counter that attack. David Haye's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Blocks that blow, and then a counter uppercut. Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. Throws a counter punch there.
Beat him in the punch. You're still not moving enough. Move, move.
Good looking counter punch. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Frazier's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Nice strike after catching one by Joe Frazier. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. David Haye's got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot, but his movement's been so good. His defense is just supreme.
Yeah, it is. He's moving from the waist. He's slipping the straight shots. He's weaving the hooks. He's doing a real magical job in there. But his opponent is making no adjustments at all.
Tried the hook, didn't get it. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by David Haye. And that's the end of round 9. David Haye's in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
Keep your back up. See some more head movement.
Committing to the head work, you see him go there again. Blocks a shot and then does nicely to work on his own. Fine work by David Haye. Blocks one, gives one. You can tell he's just looking to survive. Frazier's holding his opponent right now, just hugging him.
Yeah, he's doing what he has to do. Look, they work on this in the gym, Joe. We look at all the things where you work on the pads, you work on the heavy bags, putting punches together, but you work on this on moments when you're in trouble and when you have to survive.
Hook after turning away his opponent's shot. Joe Frazier reminds me of one of those cartoons. Big shot he just scored with. Great combination. He is down on the mat.
Coming your punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Frazier smashed, and he can't get up. Unable to beat the count.
By way of knockouts,
So here we are, late in the fight, just coasting along, and then that happens.
And that's exactly why it happened.